Hey there, folks. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas, and it's Hump Day. Hanging out here on the set of Sportsbook Radio. Always invite you to check out the show, the archive, sportsbookradio.com. Outstanding information from both sides of the counter. Give you a feel for what's going on here in Las Vegas. We always remind you to check out oddsworthbetting.com. They have the featured pick of the day below this video for as little as $7. On a Hump Day, a lot of baseball. The focus for us. We gear up for the Wyndham Championships the week after the PGA Championship, and then, of course, we get preseason action. The full week number 2 for most teams getting underway on Thursday night with a couple of games. On Wednesday in Major League Baseball, let's check some of these matchups with the Twins at the Yankees and Evaldi goes versus Irvin Santana. Santana's actually done okay since coming back to the lineup for the Twins. He's been fortunate. He gets hit hard, but for whatever reason, it's one of those quirky things where they seem to hit it right at people. And, it's kind of like a pitcher who pitches great but has a losing record because he never gets run support from a team. Seattle's at Texas. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. You might see some runs here. Montgomery versus Perez. Miami's at Milwaukee. Kohler versus Peralta. Dodgers at the A's. Latos versus Chavez. Another game where you don't necessarily have the aces on the hill here for those teams. Atlanta, Tehran versus Tyson Ross at Petco Park for you on Wednesday in San Diego. Mets and Baltimore, I really do believe this is going to be such a fun series. Syndergaard, I like this kid a lot. Like him at home more than I do on the road. Jimenez on the bump for the Orioles. Toronto and Philly on that Wednesday. You get R.A. Dickey versus Adam Morgan. Arizona and Pittsburgh. Robbie Ray versus J.A. Happ. Kluber versus Kelly, Cleveland at Boston. Red Sox had a big weekend offensively, hitting the ball against the Mariners. There's an interesting one with Guthrie versus Kavius Sampson. Casey at Cincinnati. Now, the Sampson kid's been pretty good, but he's kind of on a short leash. San Francisco at St. Louis absolutely, has the potential to be a potential National League playoff preview. We're looking at Matt Cain going versus Jaime Garcia in that spot. Detroit at Chicago. Norris versus Lester. Norris has been hit hard here. Tampa at Houston with Carnes versus Keuchel. Washington's at Colorado. Every game matters to the Nats, trying to chase down the Mets with Strasburg versus De La Rosa. And Chicago is at the Angels. Samardzija versus Jared Weaver. So that's your baseball menu on a Wednesday. We look forward to the preseason week number 2, and you start to get more of these name players that are going to get out there a little bit. We might see Peyton Manning a little bit, probably see more of Matthew Stafford. Find trends that have been successful. The Eagles went over the total in their first game of the year. Look at their 4 scores from last year. Chip Kelly put up a ton of points. Listen, the Colts were inept, but Luck really didn't play in that game. So you go and watch these little trends that do seem to work over the course of time. But we'll be watching, of course, week 2 in the preseason. Make sure that most of these guys stay healthy. That's the one thing, the battle of attrition in the preseason in the NFL. Those injuries can be devastating to teams before they ever kick off their season. And, of course, with the NFL starting a week later, college football comes out of the gate and should be flying, gets the spotlight to start the season. It's an exceptional time of year. Lots of football on the mind out here, but baseball still a very important time of year as these pennant races soldier on. Don't forget oddsworthbetting.com, the featured pick of the day. It comes to you right below this video for as little as $7. Brian Blessing in Vegas. We're back with you again on Thursday.